In communication laboratory, I am Professor Sachin Chavan, and in this particular practical session, we are going to deal with the pulse amplitude modulation. This is our third practical in the data communication and technique course. Today, we are going to see the pulse amplitude modulation, and also we are going to observe and test the pulse amplitude modulation, which is a PAM signal, PAM. As we have discussed in the theory lecture, we have seen how to generate the PAM signal with the help of modulator. Today we have the kit to generate the pulse amplitude modulation. This is our trainer kit. This trainer kit is having this modulation and demodulation part. So this is my modulation part. You can observe here the pulse amplitude modulator, right? PAM. And using this pulse amplitude modulator, we will generate the pulse amplitude modulation signal. So it consists of the sample and hold circuit and the buffer circuit, which through this op-amp, this buffer circuit is there, and there are two types of sampling. First is natural sampling and second one is flat top sampling. We have discussed in the theory part. And this is my op-amp circuit, operational amplifier. And through this buffer sampler and the buffer circuit, we will generate the pulse amplitude signal. And for this pulse amplitude signal, we know that we require one modulating signal, which is our masses signal, and second we require the carrier signal, right? So from this circuit or from this block, we have given this 1 kilohertz of modulating signal, and we will measure the amplitude of this modulating signal later on. Again, on this trainer kit, we have this sampling pulse generator. It consists of this square wave generator as well as triangular. So we can use both, but I have used the square wave as a carrier. So the carrier we have selected is 8 kilohertz, and modulating signal we have selected 1 kilohertz. So there are inbuilt carrier signal and inbuilt modulating signals. So from them, I have selected this 1 kilohertz as a modulating signal and 8 kilohertz as a carrier signal. Now this carrier signal is given to this buffer circuit, which is a sample and hold circuit, because to converting this signal we require for conversion of this signal we require the buffer as a sample and hold circuit, and input is given to this operational amplifier signal, which is nothing but the input to the pulse amplitude modulator signal. So this whole block is my modulator circuit, right? So now we can generate the two types of sampling. One is a natural sampling, second one is a flat top sampling, right? So on this DSO, I will show you the output of the sample and hold circuit first, and then we will see the pulses from natural sampling and flat top sampling, or the output from the natural and as well as flat top sampling. So you can observe here the output of sample and hold circuit is like this, right? So it samples the signal from the, this yellow color represents my input signal, which is a modulating signal, and you can observe this is my modulating signal, which is given from the trainer kit, which is inbuilt 1 kilohertz, and this is my sample and hold circuit. So here my signal is sampled at this particular point, and then it holds because there is an input capacitor, and you can observe here this capacitor holds the signal, this capacitor. So this flat portion is due to the capacitor. So this is the output of sample and hold circuit. Now our main task is to observe and test the pulse amplitude modulation signal. So we will test this modulator signal using this natural sampling. So you can see the natural sampling. I will stop this signal for better understanding. So you can see, so there are three types of sampling actually: the ideal sampling, the natural sampling, and flat top sampling. So this is a natural sampling. Natural means what? You can observe the sampled signal, which is in this is along with this sine wave, right, or modulating signal. So it takes the natural sample from this. So another version is flat top. After seeing the flat top, you can observe or you can understand the difference between natural and flat top. So this is like a natural, right? You can observe here it is like a dotted line, imaginary, and from this modulating signal it is getting this, we are getting this sample signal, which is a natural in nature. So our task is to measure the so this is my pulse amplitude modulation. We know that when the modulating signal is at the maximum peak, so we get the maximum amplitude here, right? And whenever the signal is negative, so we get this negative sample. So this is a sampling, right? Pulse amplitude modulation. So here the amplitude gets modulated, the amplitude of the carrier is modulated. Now our task is to measure the highest peak and then the lowest peak here, and then also we will see the amplitude of the carrier signal as well as modulating signal. So for this we require a cursor, and so we will take a manual cursor here, right? So we require manual cursor, and vertical type horizontal type मध्ये okay. So okay, so I will first fix this cursor as the topmost position here, then I push this button, and then for this, so the separation or the distance between these two is my let's say delta y, right? So it is a 3.28 microsecond, I think, right? Oh sorry, in volt, we are measuring in the volt, we are not measuring the time scale. So it is a 3.28 volt, right? So cursor A, it is showing in the negative value. Let's put this cursor here. This is my first cursor actually. Now it will show in the positive direction, like this. So now it is showing 3.12. You just note down this value. The highest peak is my 3.12 volt, right? So next task is to measure the this amplitude of the smallest part, which is a 1.5 volt, right? So this is how we can get the pulse amplitude modulation. So in this particular practical, we are not going to observe the readings for all the pulses. We are just testing and we are generating only the pulse amplitude modulation. So that is the main objective of this experiment. Now again we will measure the amplitude for this amplitude of modulating signal, right? So measure voltage peak to peak, right? So you can observe the amplitude for the modulating signal is 3.15 volts. So we can manage this amplitude by varying this knob here, amplitude knob. So I will set this as 2 volt. So I have set the amplitude of the modulating signal is 2 volt peak to peak, and also we can measure the voltage for channel 2, right? Voltage for channel 2 peak to peak, which is also same, right? So there is no difference in between these two. So it is showing like 4.3 volt, right? 4.3 volt, right? So you just note down this 2 volt for input and it is giving 4.3 volt. So these are the observations for the pulse amplitude modulation, right? And you just note down the frequency for input signal is 1 kilohertz. The frequency for input signal is 1 kilohertz and the amplitude is 2 volt, and the frequency for the carrier signal is 8 kilohertz and the amplitude is we have not measured the amplitude, so we will measure the amplitude for this carrier. So let's say this is, now we will measure the amplitude for this. Okay, so this is my carrier signal and it is showing the carrier is connected to channel 1. Okay, so voltage peak to peak, so it is a 50 volt, right? So in this way we you just note down all the readings, the input frequency, the frequency of the carrier signal, and we have taken the amplitude of the maximum amplitude and the magnitude of the minimum amplitude. So in this way we have completed this testing and measurement of the pulse amplitude modulation signal. And also after natural sampling, we can observe the effect of flat top sampling also. So here you can observe this flat top sampling. See the difference in flat top sampling. This portion of this amplitude is flattened, right? So this portion is flat, and in earlier case it was like a natural, right? So this is the difference between flat top sampling and natural sampling, and rest of the things are same. So the input voltage is 2 volt and the amplitude of this flat top sampling is 4.3 volt. So there is no difference in the observation. So this is my testing of natural sampling as well as flat top sampling. So in this way we have completed both the sampling methods, natural as well as flat top sampling, and also we have observed the output of sample and hold circuit from this P14 point, right? So in this way we have seen this pulse amplitude modulation, right? So you just note down all the readings, and I will put this video on the Google Classroom, and thank you for watching.